thought you were fast, Phil.
Yeah, thanks, Phil, for
You're
cleaning. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for bumping the head. Appreciate that. Get the shine down. Hello, I'm Eric Brooks, brand specialist with Alpine Electronics. We're here today at the 2019 CES show in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here today with Chris Tagu from Alpine, and we're going to be talking about a new product, the ILX F259. Chris, tell us a little bit about this piece.
Absolutely. So, ILX 259. Last year we came out with the product Halo 9, the ILX F309.
That's right, I remember that.
Groundbreaking product, floating display, 9-inch, really floats above that dash. Great fit and finish for pretty much any vehicle since it has that single DIN chassis back there.
So it mirrors a lot of OEM looking units now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. So there's a lot of cars out there today with this type of design. So it's really not an unfamiliar look to a lot of people, that premium feel in the car. So we're modernizing the dash, just like we said last year. We're modernizing the dash, modernizing the technology in your vehicle.
Right. So there are a lot of new features that you can get into your vehicle as well, right? So
exactly.
Let's talk about some of those.
We have the 259 and we have the 309. So we have two Halo 9s this year. The 259 actually has a new customizable UI. So this UI actually has 3 different dashboards that you can modify and custom make yourself. It's all based on widgets. So if I were to press and hold a particular widget, I can look through the 22 different widgets and customize it myself. So if I want easy access to CarPlay Android Auto, I can throw that in there. If I want easy access to my photos on a thumb drive, or if I want easy access to Bluetooth, I can make sure that that one, desktop has all that information that I want.
Really nice. Now, I saw earlier you were playing with this and you had actually updated the background screen to this. So how does that work?
So there's actually a widget for photos, and what you can actually do is you touch the photo screen and it accesses the thumb drive with your own personal images on there, if you've loaded it with that, of course. So you can go through, find a picture you want, and select it as the background.
Right. So does it have to be any format, or it could be a picture I took with my phone?
Yeah. Basically, I mean, it reads JPEGs, PNGs, any of the files that you normally would use for the background, it will do. Also, when you load that background image, you can actually crop it with the system itself, so you're not having to worry about taking the exact...
aspect ratio?
Yeah, the exact aspect ratio, you don't have to worry about any of that.
Right, very cool, very cool. So, again, just like last year when we talked about the F309, we talked about Alpine and that great sound.
Of course.
So I'm assuming that this has that as well.
Absolutely. So one big part of Alpine is sound, right? And every product that we create, we want to make sure you have that legendary Alpine experience when you're listening to the music. So all of that is in this as well. So we have the 4-volt pre-outs, the tuning capabilities just like we've had in the past, and really to dial in the great sound of Alpine in your car.
Yeah, so this is a great system building tool,
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
Man, that sounds great, and it looks fantastic as well. So there you have it, 2019 CES. We're talking about the ILX F259, the new Halo for this year. So stay tuned for more from this show. Thanks.
This is Pioneer's AVH 3300 NEX. This is a 1-DIN in-dash AM/FM CD and DVD receiver with a 7-inch fully motorized flip-out touchscreen. It's backup camera ready and has built-in Bluetooth for both hands-free calling and wireless streaming audio. It's Sirius XM ready and will operate with Pandora and Spotify from selected Android phones and iPhones. It's fully compatible with the Waze navigation app operating from selected phones. It will also operate with Android Auto from your Android phone and Apple CarPlay from your iPhone. Let's take a look and see what's in the box. Okay. First up, we have the wire harness. The wire harness is used to connect power and ground and speakers and other wires to the vehicle. Then we have some installation screws. There's a handful of install screws. Then we have the USB extension. Now the USB port is on the back of this head unit, so we include a USB extension in the box so that you can bring that USB port up into the passenger compartment. Next up, we have a wireless remote control included in the box. And we have the Bluetooth microphone. Now the Bluetooth mic here is on a wire about 10 feet long or so for very flexible installation. All right, let's open this up and see if we can get the manuals out of here. Okay, and we have a couple of different manuals here. We have the Quick Start Guide manual, and we have the Installation manual. And you can download a complete copy of the owner's manual from pioneerelectronics.com. All right, let's get the head unit up out of here. There we go. The front panel of the AVH 3300NX has the rotary volume control right here. The CD and DVD slot is right here under the screen. And we can open and close the screen and adjust the screen with this button right here. Here is the microphone button for operating Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And you'll do most of your interaction with the head unit with the 7-inch fully motorized touchscreen. On the left-hand side, we have the USB input. And remember, we include a USB extension in the box. This yellow port right here is for adding on the optional AVIC U280 navigation system from Pioneer. We have two black plugs here. The small black plug on the left is for your Bluetooth microphone, and the larger black plug right here on the right is for operating your steering wheel controls through a third-party adapter. And this large black pigtail here is for adding on the optional SXV300 tuner from SiriusXM. Over on the right-hand side, we have the AM/FM antenna input from the car, and the wire harness will plug in right here. This black wire is the auxiliary input, and this yellow wire is the rear monitor output. This brown plug is the backup camera input. And the subwoofer output for running external amps. The rear output for running external amplifiers. And here is the audio input. This yellow is the video input. This is the front output, front RCA output for running external amplifiers. And that is Pioneer's AVH 3300 NX and what's in the box.
Hey everyone, Seth coming to you from the Kenwood Training Department. Today, we've got the new Kenwood Excelon DNX695S Navigation Multimedia Receiver. This features compatibility with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Kenwood's new web link. I'll show you what's inside of the box, then we'll go through some of the inputs and outputs on the backside of the radio, take a look at what the buttons do on the front, and then show you some of its cool new features. Let's take a look. Taking a look inside of the box, first you will see the wiring or power harness. Then you'll see the GPS antenna with GPS mounting pad. Next will be your two 3-foot USB extension cables. Then we'll have the Bluetooth microphone. Here is the Kenwood warranty card, as the Kenwood Excelon DNX695S does include a 2-year warranty. Then we'll have the trim bezel for the included mounting cage. Comes with some receiver removal tools, as well as the mounting screws. Now, let's take a look at the back side of the receiver. In the upper left-hand corner will be the video output cable. Next will be the front view camera input or dashboard camera input for the optional DRV-N520. Then you'll have the rear view camera input. Below that will be the AM/FM antenna input. You can also use down below here the AV out for the audio. To the right of that will be the Bluetooth microphone input. Next to that will be the GPS antenna input. And below that will be your 3 sets of 5-volt gold RCA pre-outs. Rears at the top, fronts in the middle, and subwoofer at the bottom. On the right side will be your other connections for the optional DRV-N520 dash cam. Next to that will be the AV input for the optional CA-C3 AV cable. To the right of that will be your 2 USB inputs. Next to that and below will be the Maestro RR inputs. Next to that will be the SiriusXM tuner input for the optional SXV300. And to the left of that will be your wiring power harness input. Now let's power the receiver on and take a look at the front. In the upper right-hand corner is a remote sensor for the optional Kenwood KNA-RC-DV331 remote control. You can also install the Kenwood Remote S app to use your smartphone as a wireless remote control. To the left of that is the disc insert slot for a CD or DVD. To the left of that is a micro SD card slot. This can be used for music and video source playback, as well as for future Garmin navigation updates. To the left of that will be the home button. Pressing this will display the home screen. Pressing for 1 second or more will turn the power off, and while off, simply press to turn the power back to on. Below that are the volume up and down buttons. Below that is the navigation screen button. Press this to switch between the Garmin navigation screen and the current source screen. Below that is the pop-up menu screen. Pressing this button will give you access to convenient functions such as adjusting the screen, accessing the camera, setup, audio, and more. You'll also notice that this displays the eject icon. Pressing and holding this button will turn the attenuation of the volume on or off. Below that, the 4 boxes mirroring icon will display the app screen for CarPlay, Android Auto, or WebLink if connected. Pressing this switch each time will toggle between the current source and the app screen. Pressing and holding this button will display the voice recognition screen. One of the coolest new features of this receiver is Kenwood WebLink. When you have a connected iOS or Android device, you can simply select the WebLink source and it will launch the WebLink suite of apps. You'll have access to cool content including YouTube, Media Player, which is the content stored on your phone, Yelp, and weather. For example, when we access Media Player, you will see a list of the music files stored on your phone. You can then touch the icon in the upper left-hand corner. This will then give you access to not only the music content, but also the video content that's stored on your phone. Pressing the 4 squares in the lower left-hand corner will return to the home screen of WebLink. We can press the home button here, and then you can also access Waze with touchscreen control. When you select the Waze icon, Waze will launch on your phone. As soon as your phone has launched Waze, you will then see it displayed on the touchscreen of the receiver. Then you'll have touchscreen control access to Waze navigation. Pressing the home button again will take you back to the home screen. With the built-in Garmin navigation, when you access the Garmin navigation, you will observe just how fast the performance really is. This is because we've incorporated a solid-state drive for the Garmin navigation. You also get access to cool apps, such as the Kenwood Traffic Powered by Inrix app. This Kenwood Traffic Powered by Inrix app allows you to see not only fuel prices, road weather, but you also get real-time traffic information. We pay for the first 2 years of service for this. After that, the current pricing is less than $2 per month. Let's go back to the home screen, and let's take a look at the dashboard camera. We currently have a DRV-N520 connected to this receiver. Let's press the menu button and then the camera icon to access the dashboard camera. Now to access the dashboard camera functions, simply select the icon in the lower left-hand corner. Then you can access the dash cam settings. Here you can change the system settings. You can also change the driver support settings. Here, these driver safety features, such as forward collision warning and departure delay, can be turned on and off. You can also set up the detection range settings, adjusting the hood and horizon line, as well as the mounting height settings, controlling how far the dashboard camera is mounted from the ground. Again, the DRV-N520 giving you quick and easy access to review previously recorded events, all from the convenience of the touchscreen on your receiver. To learn more about some of the cool new features of the DNX695S, be sure to click on the links in our description below.
Call Mike Anderson.
Calling Mike Anderson.
Send a message to Kathy Smith.
What do you want to say to Kathy Smith?
Are you free for lunch today?
You're saying, are you free for lunch today? Ready to send it?
Send it.
Consider it done.
Take me to Santa Monica Pier.
Getting directions to Santa Monica Pier.
Call Kathy Smith.
Calling Kathy Smith Mobile.
Send a message to Mike Anderson.
What's the message?
Are you free for dinner tonight?
Here's your SMS message to Mike Anderson. Are you free for dinner tonight? Do you want to send it or change it?
Send it.
Sending message.
Take me to Cafe 1894.
Sure, Cafe 1894.
This is Pioneer's MVH 1400 NEX. This is an in-dash AM/FM Apple CarPlay compatible multimedia receiver with a 6.2-inch capacitive glass touchscreen. The MVH 1400 NEX has 3 sets of RCA outputs for operating external amplifiers and is Sirius XM ready. The system has a full on-screen interface for both Spotify and Pandora, operating from your Android phone or from your iPhone. The USB port can be used to connect your phone and play back MP3 or FLAC music and MP4 videos. The system features built-in Bluetooth for both hands-free calling and wireless streaming audio. Let's take a look and see what's in the box. Okay. There we go. All right, the first thing we see here is the wire harness. We'll use the wire harness here to connect power, ground, speakers, and so forth to the vehicle and plug this into the back of the in-dash receiver. Next up is the Bluetooth microphone. Now, the Bluetooth microphone here is used for hands-free phone calls. It comes on a wire about 10 feet long or so for very flexible installation. Next up, we have some install screws. There we have a handful of install screws. Then we have the USB extension. Now the USB port is on the back of this in-dash receiver, and so we'll use the USB extension to bring the USB port up into the passenger compartment. Here is the warranty card, and then we have the quick start guide. Please remember that you can download a full copy of the owner's manual from Pioneer Electronics right to your phone. Let's pull the head unit up out of here. Okay. The front panel of the MVH 1400 NEX is a 6.2-inch capacitive glass touchscreen panel. You'll see that all of the system control buttons here are inside the screen glass. The volume control is here, and the home key and display keys are here. The voice activation key is here. You'll do most of your interaction with the in-dash receiver with the 6.2-inch capacitive glass touchscreen. Please note, the MVH 1400 NEX does not play CDs or DVDs. The back panel of the MVH 1400 NEX has two black jacks at the top here. The one on the left is for the Bluetooth microphone included with the product, and the one on the right is for operating your steering wheel controls through a third-party adapter. Here is where you'll plug in the optional SXV300 tuner from SiriusXM. And this is the dedicated port for the optional iDataLink Maestro RR OEM integration unit. Here is the USB port that can be used for Apple CarPlay from your iPhone. And please remember that we include a USB extension in the box to bring that USB port up into the passenger compartment. This is the audio and video auxiliary input, and the wire harness from the vehicle will plug in right here. On the other side, we have 3 sets of RCA outputs for operating external amplifiers. They can be set up as front, rear, and sub output, or for better sound quality and system control, high, mid, and low output. The yellow port up here is for adding on the optional AVIC U280 navigation system from Pioneer. And the brown jack here is the dedicated backup camera input. Here we have audio and video RCA input and video output. And finally, the AM/FM antenna from the vehicle will plug in right here. And that is Pioneer's MVH 1400 NEX and what's in the box.
If you're interested in buying one of this product, links to all the products mentioned in this video are in the description down below. If you like and found this video helpful, don't forget to give a like, comment, and to subscribe. As always, thank you for watching.